I'm so trouble.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. There's just so much to do now. This whole new Brian's setup is so much different than mine, and I hate it. Oh.
I mean, it makes sense.
Doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense anymore.
Well, no, I mean, I'm with you. I think that people should adhere to my process, but that's not usually how it works.
That's true. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Sorry. That's on me. I did that. So there we go. Are we wearing hats tomorrow, Mel?
I wear hats on the show. Okay. The official rule, the unofficial official rule is that I only wear hats on the show because it was organically driven by our fan base. So I save that for them.
Okay, that's fair. But do I need to wear a hat? I guess is the question.
Well, that is up to you, Jim. Okay. I mean, you can.
If
you want to wear a hat on Power Bombshells, you are welcome to. Like, if you have a hat that you want to strut on our show, then of course you can wear it. But it's not required. Right. Sam doesn't wear hats unless she feels like it, you know.
Okay, but it's not gimmick infringement.
Oh, absolutely not. No. Honorary broads are allowed to wear hats if they would like.
Okay, fair enough.
So.
All right. Do we have sound now? Someone said no sound.
Claim your piece of American history with American Silver Eagle dollars. Call the Silver Hotline right now.
800-620-1624. 800-620-1624. 800-620-1624. That's 800-620-1624.
Have you suffered sports betting losses? There is someone who wants to fight for you to see you get back what you've lost to those sports betting companies. Michael Watts is a prolific trial lawyer with over $11 billion in total recovery for his clients. And now with sportsbettingclaim.com, he'd like to help you. Michael has been a leader in some of the largest and most complex cases in the country. From defective cars and tires to damaging drugs and medical products, he has always represented the rights of individuals harmed by large corporations. His efforts recently resulted in the recovery of billions for individuals who lost their property to fires carelessly caused by electric companies and others. Michael knows that sports betting companies preyed on and manipulated consumers into losing their life savings, and he wants to make them pay. If you have suffered financial hardship as a result of online sports betting and would like help seeking compensation, please submit your claim information for evaluation at sportsbettingclaim.com. Michael Watts.
I always have to do everything.
All right, here we go. We're about to come back.
Almost everything.
My whole career.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You are listening to Wrestling Observer Live on the Sports Byline Broadcasting Network.
It's Jim Valley, Wrestling Observer Live. We have a special guest. No, it's not Big Lou. It's even better. It's my friend, Mel G. Not just my favorite Spice Girl, but one half of the Power Bombshells, along with Sam. It's tomorrow, most every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, Fight Game Media. I listen to it every morning, Sundays, as I'm doing the Walk of Shame. And I will be on tomorrow. You can listen and be an honorary broad with me. So, Sam, how are you?
Sam, you just told me.
You're Mel.
Actually, I should be so lucky.
Right?
Sam is the responsible one on the show, let's be honest.
There it is. So for people who heard, give us a little vibe of what Power Bombshells is.
Well, Power Bombshells is, we are literally just two broads talking about the wrestling we like. Sam and I like to get together every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern and we like a lot of AEW. We like a lot of New Japan. We don't like to talk about what we don't like because there's plenty of that. You can find that all over the interwebs. We kind of try to keep it light. We love our people. We've got a great group of community over there that come listen to us jab about it. And it's, instead of hearing it out of the larger portion of the percentage of the people, you get to hear hear wrestling talk in lady voices, which some people like and some people don't like. But if you like that sort of thing, that's.
Hey, look, we just need more middle-aged white guys talking wrestling, don't we?
Yeah, of course.
Very underrepresented. All right. I enjoy them. They're great. Very knowledgeable. A lot of fun. And Mel wears hats. We'll see what hat she has tomorrow. And maybe I'll find a hat to wear as well. All right, well, I brought you on to play everybody's favorite segment. Do you funk with it? So what we do here, it's very rapid fire. Pick a topic, ask, do you funk with it? Little quick answer, and we'll move on to the next one. So here we go. First one, easy. Women's blood and guts. Do you funk with it?
100% funk with it. I am funky. I am funky as funk with this. I thought it was great. I think it was it was time. And I think a lot of people who slagged on opening with it, but in retrospect, but actually in real time, I think opening with it was brilliant, and they gave them the time, and the girls got to show that we can bleed on other levels than just that 5 times a month or 5 days out of the month. And we don't die, and our teeth get chipped just like boys, and we still can survive. So I very funky.
I loved it. I liked that it was a fight. No one was getting cute. It was punching, it was kicking, it was brawling, and it was Skye Blue's Clues.
It felt Joshi. It had a Joshi vibe.
It did. It was perfect. It was, I mean, and maybe this year's War Games for women is going to be better than last year's, which I thought was too cute by half. But no, Women's Blood and Guts was great. People are saying it was funky like a fox in the chat. No question about that. All right, so yes, we both funk with Women's Blood and Guts. Okada, it's Tanahashi's final opponent. Do you funk with it?
I funk with that 100%. This to me is storytelling. I feel like this is a full circle moment. I get why a lot of people wanted some of the other stories. I think Tanahashi being the ace of the universe completely worked everybody into thinking that there was a chance in Hades that a certain person from a certain Fed was going to be over at the Tokyo Dome on January 4th. And that's kind of a weird kind of madness that I can't subscribe to. So I think if it can't be that person, Okada is the most literal obvious choice, in my opinion.
100% agree. Using Cena's retirement as a vehicle to spotlight NXT title talent on Saturday night's main event.
Oh, don't funk with that much. This is rough because I don't watch, and so I don't like to nag, but I do know that because Sam is paid and gets paid to watch WWE every week, is going to have a lot to talk to you about tomorrow. Doesn't necessarily feel as though this has been the best case scenario for his. When you look at Tanahashi and you look at Cena and you compare the two retirements, I think that you can tell the difference.
I feel like this is very cynical of me, this feels like TKO cost cutting. Let's get some cheaper talent on this show because it's going to be on Peacock.
Yeah, and there's that factor too.
Joe Hendry in WWE. Do you funk with it?
I funk with it if Joe Hendry is getting what Joe Hendry wants out of it, because it's still the best paycheck in the business, and I don't think he's going to be on any other promotion. So if he's going to have a big segue onto national TV where people get to believe in Joe Hendry, then I think that if Joe Hendry is comfortable with being on there, then get paid, Joe Hendry.
Yeah. Joe Hendry is a meme wrestler. WWE loves meme wrestlers. It's the meme wrestler company. It works. The AEW national title. Do you funk with it?
I am mid-funk. I like the idea, but it does feel like whatever. I think you said it perfect last week. It's not a number of titles, it's how you're using them.
Exactly.
You can have 1 million titles if you're using them properly.
Right. The people who say you need 4, why?
No,
because that's what they had when I watched in the 90s.
No, that's not the reason. My problem, and I hope this isn't the reason, is that they're giving the girls a tag team belt, so they're giving the boys another belt. I hope it's not one of those moments.
Who knows what the reason is? We'll see when we see it.
You use it right and do it right, and we'll be funky.
How about the Santana TNA World Title loss storyline?
I'm not super familiar with it.
Okay, we'll skip that one then.
All right.
That was from last night. We'll worry about that later.
All right. I don't want to speak out of line on something.
That's fair enough. Here we go. Last one.
All right.
Chris Jericho's opinion that TNA looked like the second biggest wrestling company in the world.
I funk with that because he's probably going to WWE at the beginning of 2026. And that's exactly what I would expect Chris Jericho to say in that circumstance, given the fact that I've even read his books. That is I funk with Chris Jericho funking with that.
I think I gotta say I neither funk nor not. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Exactly right.
That's the thing. This should show you what the game is. Chris Jericho is very, very savvy, and this should show you what the savvy players do. I have some other theories I will get into perhaps later on this, but look, don't get upset. This is a learning opportunity, and people should learn from it. So that is my opinion. If Jericho feels compelled to do this, what does that tell you about everybody else? So, there we go. One more plug for Mel Power Bombshells. Why don't you plug away?
All right. Well, we are at Power Bombshells on the Butterfly, on the Former Bird, on the everywhere you can find us on socials. I'm at MelG313 on Blue Sky, and that's where I like to spend more of my time. Although I am at MelGray8 on the other one, if you're more comfortable there. But again, we're a pretty positive podcast. We like to talk what's good about wrestling. Like, I wouldn't know Jim Valley if it weren't for the great things about wrestling that bring us together. So 1 o'clock Sundays, 1 p.m. Eastern time. And unless it's a Saturday, and when there is a pay-per-view happening for AEW, in which we will do it on Saturday right before the show, because we do the pre-show on fightgamemedia.com. So,
all right.
We'll see you tomorrow.
1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific's like 24 hours from now. So I better sober up, I guess, is what I need to do. I'll be with Sam and Mel, maybe in hats. We shall see, but be sure to check them out if you haven't already. And she's always often here in the chat.
Thank you.
Mel, it's a pleasure. And this is kind of what I envisioned when I did the Funky Down and Do You Funk With It, to have a special guest. So thank you for being my inaugural guest, Mel. You know I love you.
I love you. Thank you, Jim Valley. You're the man.
All right. Hey, we have a brand new feature. Yes, another one. Coming up next, stand by. Jim Valley, Wrestling Observer.
All clear.
Thank you. Mel, you're awesome. Love you. Thank you. There we go. All right. There it is.
What is going on?
All right.
Why is this computer so shitty?
Because you're in a radio station.
Yeah, it's true.
All righty. All right. So
I think this computer's from like 1986.
Is it a 486?
I don't know. There's like 12 monitors back there, or 12 towers back there, but
yeah, sure.
This one is just going so slow.
All right, here we go. So,
4 free show tickets for only $79 total. Call now, 800-497-7198. That's 800-497-7198.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-401-5163. 800-401-5163. 800-401-5163. That's 800-401-5163.
If you've got a property that you've been trying to sell and you've tried almost everything, I want to tell you about something that you haven't tried yet. You're going to think this offer is too good to be true, but it's not. Thousands of customers have sold their homes in any condition with Need to Sell My Home. This is a real opportunity from a highly rated company that buys homes all over the country. Did you know it's possible to sell your home right over the phone with no real estate commissions and no pesky open houses? Plus, every offer is a cash offer with no mortgage holdups. To find out how much you can sell your home or property for, call now. Take 5 minutes of your time and call for this 100% free quote to sell your home.
800-430-0674. 800-430-0674. 800-430-0674. That's 800-430-0674.
You are listening to Wrestling Observer Live on the Sports Byline Broadcasting Network.
Jim Valley, it's Wrestling Observer Live. And if you haven't been here before and you're on the video, it's not like Brian's show, unfortunately. I don't have all the staff, all the people. I don't have hair and makeup people running my technical aspect of it and putting up videos and everything. Just me here, all by myself, just out in the open, talking wrestling. You know, one of the things, very quickly, you know, there have been rumors and whispers that when John Cena retires in Washington, D.C., that there were going to be a lot of D.C. dignitaries, possibly even the president, who would be there. And given everything that's happened this week, I feel like those odds have diminished. We shall see. But, yeah. I don't know. It'd be very fun. I also wonder, what about that big UFC card that was supposed to happen? What about that? Is that still going on the White House lawn? Can someone give me some action on that? Can DraftKings take my action on whether or not there's still going to be that big UFC fight on the White House lawn? Oh, goodness gracious. We shall see. Someone in the chat mentions the latest Pacific Rim that Fumi and I did. And we were talking about how easy it is to get around in Tokyo for Wrestle Kingdom. And you could see so much wrestling. It's so much easier, so much fun. And you just gotta go. I think I'm going. So I'm very excited about that. Okay. As you know, and everyone has heard, on his latest podcast, Chris Jericho said that TNA at the pay-per-view looked like the second biggest wrestling company in the world. As you also know, I enjoy the roasts on television. They are my favorite. A few years ago, I did my own personal roast of Ric Flair with actual jokes. So that was different. But I don't have time to do roast each and every time. However, I thought I may have time not necessarily a roast, but maybe more like, how about a broil? We'll just turn up the heat, set the timer to 30 seconds, and not exactly a roast, but a broil. And also, I gotta say this every time because people, these are just jokes. These may be how I feel. They may not be my actual opinion. And it doesn't mean I hate anyone. I make jokes about my friends, make jokes about people I like, people maybe not so much. It doesn't reflect on anything. These are just jokes. I do like Chris Jericho. But this is funny. And these are just innocent little comments about something he said. So, all right, no roast. Let's do a broil. Set the timer, 30 seconds. And on his latest podcast, Chris Jericho said the second biggest retailer in the world is Kmart. While in WCW, Chris Jericho wanted Scottie Pippen to join the NWO. You just know Chris Jericho was the kid who brought GoBots to school. If you ask Chris Jericho Sega or Super Nintendo, he'll say Atari Lynx. Jericho would only take his kids to see Percy Jackson. A couple more real quick. Chris Jericho likes French fries from Burger King. And Chris Jericho would rather play Luigi Kart. Chris Jericho thinks the best Von Erich was Chris. So, see, just innocent little jokes because it's so fun. Because, okay, now, when I was in school, we called this parsing. The teacher would write on the board and you'd parse the sentences. What are they actually saying? What does this mean? Yeah, Chris, I should have done that. Chris Jericho's favorite Von Erich is Lance. You're right. I missed that one. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Here's the thing. Let's talk about this for a second. Chris Jericho said looked like. Not is. Not it is the second biggest wrestling company in the world. He also picked that particular show. And he compared it to the ECW arena. I mean, come on. And the fact is that the more we've learned about that pay-per-view with the Dudleys and the Hardys, it seems like it was heavily papered. It wasn't actually, I mean, there were the most people there perhaps at any TNA pay-per-view, but it wasn't the most paid. Very clearly it was not the most paid. And talk about look like. The turning point, Friday, people were leaving. I mean, it was empty toward the end because people were pissed about the whole Mike Santana thing. And that's the other thing with TNA. God bless them. They've been doing this so much for 25 years now, or very close to 25 years. I guess 23. 2001, I suppose. But we're coming up on it. People wanted something new. And fans told them that when they did the real build to Joe and Kurt Angle. And 50,000 people bought the pay-per-view. But sure enough, they were back doing the walk and brawls. You do the walk. You do the walk and brawls. Hey, you do the walk and brawls. This is old booking. And then they tried to work Fightful. This is not 1999. And I love that. When wrestlers go, oh, we worked the sheets. We worked Meltzer. We worked that Mark, Sean Ross Sapp. It's like, how about the time she didn't? And the truth is, what work means is lie. We lied to them, and they trusted us. Isn't that hilarious? So funny. It's just, I know everyone talks about the famous LOL TNA. And I have nothing against them. Well, other than the fact that they do this all the time and have forever. Just get up, welcome to the 90s. That's my Martin Short from Father of the Bride. Well, Sean Ross Sapp should take offense. I don't know who worked him, who he's talking to. That's none of my business. But he should take offense. I'm offended for it. It's when are they going to get with any times? There always at least one generation, one era of wrestling behind, if not more. And it's just frustrating. It's frustrating they wasted the careers of so much talent over the years. But look, I get you want to get behind Mike Santana. And I get that the booking is, he was beaten by a bunch of people. And, it wasn't fair, so he didn't really lose. Okay, fine. But it's like the next thing shouldn't be that Mike didn't show up. The next thing should be that Mike is fired up and he wants the title back and he's coming to get him. And he starts taking people out. It is what it is. But look, Chris Jericho is obviously very savvy, and that should be what it's all about. Understand, why did Chris Jericho feel the need to show that he's a team player, to show that he's on board? Either way, I can't say that he's going to WWE, but do I have to? All right, run down some news, talk about Smackdown, and of course, the exciting build to Chip Valley Wrestling Observer Live.
Do you have Medicare?
All clear.
CPAP machine. This is a national healthcare alert regarding your CPAP supplies. Using a clean CPAP mask and clean supplies is important to staying healthy. The best way to make sure your CPAP equipment is clean is to get new supplies. If you have Medicare, we have great news. Medicare will pay for you to have new clean supplies every 90 days. We'll even do all the paperwork for you to make sure that there's little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. And you don't even have to leave your home. We provide free in-home delivery. So if you're a CPAP user and you have Medicare, staying healthy with new CPAP equipment is easy. Just make this free phone call right now to get started.
Sponsored by Specialty Medical. 800-913-9739. 800-913-9739. 800-913-9739. That's 800-913-9739. Packages start at $29.99 a month with signed agreement. Restrictions apply. Speak to a representative for complete offer details. See Vivint.com for license details. Terms and conditions apply.
Homeowners, if you're looking for the best in home security and smart home technology at a price you can actually afford, we have great news. Now you can get Vivint's award-winning home security systems starting at about $1 a day. U.S. News and World Report has recognized Vivint as the best professionally installed home security system of 2022. And right now, you can get Vivint's home security technology for about $1 a day. Plus, get free professional installation from a licensed technician. Protect your home and loved ones for as low as $1 a day. Call right now for your free home security consultation.
800-918-6189. 800-918-6189. 800-918-6189. That's 800-918-6189. Do you have a book? Get it out of your mind and make it a real book with a free guide to book publishing. Trying to publish a book yourself can be complicated. It takes a lot of time. Time that you could spend writing your book, or even more books. Do what you do best. We can do the rest. Thousands of authors across the nation have trusted our book publishing service. We have the connections to help you get your book printed, distributed, and sold on Amazon, Apple Books, Barnes & Noble, and bookstores nationwide. We can do it faster than you can on your own. Get your free guide to publishing. It's a free phone call. Remember, make this free call right now and learn how to turn your book into something real that people can buy. Get your free writer's guide. Call right now, 800-482-8399, 800-482-8399, 800-482-8399. That's 800-482-8399.
You are listening to Wrestling Observer Live on the Sports Byline Broadcasting Network.
It's Jim Valley. It's Wrestling Observer Live. Opening match for this Tuesday's edition of NXT has been announced. Show's going to kick off with the AAA World Mixed Tag Team Championship. Ethan Page, Chelsea Green, defending against Thea Hall and Joe Hendry, now signed with WWE. Desmond Xavier, the former Wesley, appeared at TNA Turning Point Friday night to team with the rest of the Rascals to beat the System. Fightful says he is not under TNA contract, however. Apparently there's been interest in Xavier and the other Rascals outside of TNA. We've got new strong openweight tag team champions. They were crowned when Anel de Oro and Niebla Roja defeated Templario and TJP to win the titles. Towards the end of the match, it appeared that Templario suffered a right leg injury, unable to continue further. After the match was over, TJP raised the hand of the new champions, who posed with the titles. AEW talent has been announced for next Friday's event. Commander and the Beast Mortos will appear, though it's not known who their opponents will be. Meanwhile, Jet Speed will take on 2/3 of Skye Team, Mascara Dorada, and Neon. That's a match. Friday night's event, the third sellout in as many weeks, with over 16,000 attending, also known as more than double the TNA record attendance. Had a Linkin Park theme, as banners were seen in the arena, featuring members of the band. What's next week? Eve 6? Forget it. You know something? In the end, nothing really matters. That was Linkin Park, right? I'm pretty sure. I didn't even look it up. The main event had Atlantis Jr. and Neon defeating Volador Jr. and Hechicera. AJ Styles showed up at Southern Honor Wrestling in Georgia for its 7th anniversary show after a cage match main event where Alexander Lev won the championship using a Styles Clash, and Styles presented him with the title. And you probably already heard Stephen Gordon, Sting's son, wrestling November 21st here in Seattle at Defy, as you probably already know. AEW Collision tonight, TNT Championship. Kyle Fletcher defends against Scorpio Sky. Rio and Alex Winza versus Maya World and Ion. 8 All-Star Tag Team match. Bandito, Juice Robinson, Jet Speed versus FTR, Sammy Guevara, and Roosh. And we've seen Kyle versus Kyle. Maybe by match of the year until the Blood and Guts. It's going to be Mark Briscoe and Mark Davis. That's happening tonight. Last night's Smackdown opened with Rio and Io Sky getting ready for... I'm sorry, but that pops me every time. They brought out their partners, Charlotte and Alexa. Seems like they were on the same page, too. Charlotte's spoke says she doesn't trust Ripley. Rhea's a snake. They got bad blood. Charlotte, the Taylor Swift of WWE. And Rhea probably feels the same way about her. Alexa, she said, we're friends. You can stay. Charlotte walked out. Gave a shot of Michael Cole and Corey Graves. Corey Graves looking like the spokesman for a TV commercial for a black $5,000 toilet. Do you remember those? Anyway, the last time is now tournament, Jey Uso beat The Miz. Was it just me, or was the crowd off in its yeeting? Usually, you see the crowd, and it's all up and down together, the same rhythm, but it seemed like Albany was just off to the beat of its own drum. Oh, white people, you gotta love us. As Nick Aldis was meeting with Ilya Dragunov, they were interrupted by Tommaso Ciampa, who they're building with. Johnny Gargano, Candice LeRae stood behind him. Ciampa was mad, being snubbed by Dragunov. Once again, U.S. champion explained he only gives opportunities to those who are honorable and deserve a shot. And that person tonight is Axiom. Plus, you gotta love his body spray, don't you? The Vision, Paul Heyman, Bronson Reed, they're on Smackdown. Paul Heyman mentioned he had an agreement regarding the War Games, stating that he was free to pick anyone across all brands. Gee, I wonder if that's going to come back. All this reiterated. He asked Heyman and Reed to leave. Cody showed up. And they set a match tonight. Cody Rhodes, Bronson Reed, WWE Championship. U.S. Open Title Challenge, Dragunov, Axiom, everything you'd expect from a Dragunov title match. Ilya won with the H-bomb. During the commercial break, we saw Tommaso Ciampa came back. We saw Tommaso Ciampa brutally attacking Axiom before Nathan Frazier chased him off. Sami Zayn addressed the MFTs, I'm sorry. The former U.S. champion came out as he made his way to the ring, began greeting the Albany crowd. He wants Solo Sikoa. Solo and the MFTs came out. Solo said, I can take you out right now, but you ain't medically cleared. But as soon as it happens, we're coming for you. Guess what? Surprise. Sammy is cleared right now, as a matter of fact. And he wants him right now. But guess what? He didn't come alone. It's the Motor City Machine Guns, Ray Phoenix, and Shinsuke Nakamura. They backed him up. They started just pummeling the MFTs. I'll tell you what, nothing says I should main event Tokyo Dome like being one of two tag teams backing up Sami Zayn. Let me tell you that. Oh boy. Backstage, Jimmy and Jey Uso each told Cody they got his back. Also backstage, Nick Aldis declared that in 2 weeks, we'd see the MFTs take on the team of Sami Zayn, the Machine Guns, Ray Phoenix, and Nakamura in a 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series match. During this promo, the Wyatt 6 VHS glitches were shown, and Uncle Howdy was in the back as Solo Sikoa and Aldis left. Last time, Solo and the NFTs, you'd buy that? I think that's a rug pull right there. So, by the way, I'm excited for a traditional Survivor Series match. They should do one at least every year, either on Smackdown or for War Games or whatever you want to do. Last time is now tournament. LA Knight versus a mystery opponent. And that mystery opponent is Zack Ryder. Not Matt Cardona. Zack Ryder. And they showed someone holding up a Matt Cardona banner in the crowd and talked about how Ryder was on NXT. So he's pretty much the same person, I guess. He got a good reaction from the crowd. LA Knight won with the BFT. Now, as Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Alexa Bliss were discussing what to do about Charlotte Flair, they were ambushed by the Kabuki Warriors, Nia Jackson, Last Legend, and all the agents. The producers, split them up. Jade Cargill squashed B-Fab. Mercifully, this was short and one-sided. Reminded me of a Scott Hall squash match. Pretty much a move. Jade would walk around, move. Jade would yell, move. You know, it was fine, mercifully. Meacham ran in afterwards, so, oh boy. Aleister Black promo on Damian Priest, and main event, the undisputed WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Bronson Reed. Now, if you don't know, if you didn't know, the finish to this match, I just want to say welcome, and I hope you enjoyed your first week watching pro wrestling. So, things broke down, of course, once Braun Breaker and Logan Paul ran into Attack Rhodes as the match ended in a DQ. The Usos, as kind of hinted earlier, ran in for the save. They cleared the ring of Paul and Breaker. They got the tables. Jimmy and Jay dropped Paul with the 1D, took out the Slim Jim table. Then Drew McIntyre showed up, despite being suspended. And Michael Cole was as outraged Michael Cole as could be. He's suspended. Michael Cole, love him. Nick Aldis confronted Paul Heyman about everything outside of the ring. And what about Drew McIntyre? And Paul Heyman had his contract in his little folder. Anyone, he kept saying. Anyone. So, Drew McIntyre is anyone. So the heels got the upper hand in the ring. And there we go. The Vision standing tall, united, getting ready for. So there it is. It's building for War Games. And so it's hard. Is Drew McIntyre now part of the Vision? I'll tell you what, that Vision, if Drew McIntyre's he's going to be a permanent part of the Vision, or just an ally for War Games. They're getting to be the size of the Don Callis family. Sorry, not that big. Shit. The Don Callis family gets any bigger, they're going to get their own senator. Oh, James thinks the Vision looked scary last night with Drew. So there we go. So we got Smackdown next Friday, November 21st. Last time is now tournament. First round Penta versus Finn Balor. And then last time is now tournament. Bronson Reed versus Carmelo Hayes. Plus DIY Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano versus Fraxium, Nathan Frazier, and of course, Axiom Body Spray. And then the week after, SmackDown, Friday, November 28th, after Thanksgiving, elimination match, Survivor Series, 5-on-5, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Rey Fenix, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley versus Solo Sikoa, Tamatonga, Tonga Loa, Tola Tonga, and JC Mateo. So that should be fun. So that's SmackDown. I thought SmackDown this week, I mean, as we've all said many times, it's always the same format. It's always the same thing. But I thought it was a fun show. They did some fun things. Zack Ryder, fun brawl. You got to see the Vision. So why not? Charlotte walked out. That was interesting as we're building to War Games. Living here in Seattle, this time of year, we get the clouds. A lot of people have sad or seasonal, affective disorder. The weather can be depressing, that is true. But not as depressing as the latest announcement. Come 2026, SmackDown goes back to 3 hours. You sons of bitches. All right, let's end on a happy note. We'll do that next. Jim Valley, Wrestling Observer Live.
All clear. 3 hours is extremely unneeded. It's ridiculous.
Oh my God, no one wants 3 hours. Nobody wants that. Except to sell commercials.
Yeah, exactly.
Drive me crazy. No one wants 3 hour Smackdowns. You bastards. Oh, heavens.
Around the globe. So now you can make one phone call, regardless of who booked your airline tickets, and we'll change it, cancel it, and fix it for you. We know the insider secrets to fixing reservations that the airlines don't want you to know about. So if you need to cancel, change, or modify an existing airline reservation, call Skywatch right now. It's a free call, so let us fix it for you. 855-325-5647. 855-325-5647. 855-325-5647. That's 855-325-5647.
Hello, Americans. It's Uncle Sam here. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes to the IRS or state, don't worry. I've got important news that may help you negotiate a lower tax bill. In today's economy, the IRS has released a variety of new rules and is offering more flexible terms to help Americans looking to settle their IRS debt. If you apply today, we may be able to lift your wage garnishment and release a freeze on your bank business. Our team of tax professionals can resolve your case and stop collection actions against you. Even if you've been audited or haven't filed a return in years, they can help. Call right now and find out if you qualify to settle your IRS debt for far less than what you owe. Pick up your phone right now and call us for a free $500 IRS tax review. Don't wait. Here's the number.
Call right now. 800-943-9215. 800-943-9215. 800-943-9215. Again, for the last time, that's 800-943-9215.
I've got a question for you. Do you want a lower car payment just by making a phone call? You know, most people buy a car and they pay whatever the car dealer says their interest rate is, and they forget about it and make payments. But did you know there is a secret in your contract that allows another company to refinance any car payment to try and lower? It's true. There is indeed a company out there that knows the ins and, more importantly, the outs on car loans, and they know how to lower your current car payments. It's easy and fast, and you could have a lower car payment next month. Make this free call right now and find out if you could lower your existing car payment. Call the Car Savings Hotline right now. The call is free.
Call now. 800-605-1680. 800-605-1680. 800-605-1680. That's 800-605-1680.
You are listening to Wrestling Observer Live on the Sports Byline Broadcasting Network.
In the comments, Shufflebox says that 3 Hour Smackdown is like the Planet of the Apes. Damn you all to hell. You damn dirty Triple H. I can't go back to 3 hours. I'm still suffering from PTSD, post-traumatic Smackdown disorder. Okay, I'm not going to end on a down note. Whoa, I thought Blood and Guts was awesome. The women were great. They clearly put a lot of time and effort and creativity into that match. I feel bad for Jamie Hayter. Always rough. Oh, poor Jamie. Getting a freaking chipped tooth. I don't even know what happened there. Sky Blue looking like a reboot of the movie Carrie. I thought it was great. And look, I love women's wrestling. Big supporter, as you know. But look, I don't like it when it's just an okay match and people go, oh, weren't they great? I hate that pandering. When something is great, it's great. And that was great. That was Tony the Tiger. Great. And same thing with the men. And some people in the chat like the men's better. And that's fine. That was great too. And that John Moxley. All the people this year, past year, complaining about the Death Riders. Twice now on major shows, John Moxley has tapped out. So all the people criticizing Mox, do any of them ever apologize? Say they were wrong? No, they don't. But look, Sky Blue could be a new star, but also understand, be patient. This is AEW booking after all. It's going to still be a slow and steady build. It's just what they do. It's just who they are. But congratulations to her. Congratulations to every participant in both matches. It was awesome. And I'll tell you what, I was so miserable on Wednesday. It was just exactly what I needed. It was blood and guts, but it was also good for the show. Skye Blue's passion, Crash TV says, for the sport is truly inspiring. She loved it. That's why I got my favorite new show, Skye Blue's. It's Jim Valley. I'll talk to you next week, and remember, it's just wrestling. Wrestling Observer, Sports Byline, Broadcasting. There we go. There it is.
All right, Jim.
Hi,
Have a
brother.
good one.
Thank you. I'll talk to you later. There we go. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yes, please. Thank you. What is going on with this thing? I don't like Ryan's setup. I hate it. Oh, well. Oh, well. I agree. It was perfect for the time this week. There we go. Yes, I agree. All right. Where are I don't understand what is going on here. My setup is so goofy. Why? Is it my computer? I don't know what it is. Anyway, Fox was talking about Metroid Prime. You don't funk with annoying comic relief characters in Metroid Prime. Yeah, they can get you. They can get you. Yeah, and Kyle O'Reilly. Good push maybe for tapping out Mox. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it was a good week in wrestling. It really was. Everywhere. So, yeah, absolutely. So, there we go. All right, kids. Well, I don't know. It's my computer. What's going on? Yeah, it was gold. I agree. It was absolutely gold. I agree. So, there we go. All right. I don't understand this. Why? This is why. That's probably why. Okay. It's an interesting theory. Is it is it 2 years with a 1 year option with 3 year options? Is that what it is? I'm trying to remember. I talked about this with Fumi on Pacific Rim, and I would encourage you to do that. But I'll tell you what I think. But I'm just saying, you should go listen to that show. I'm fine with O'Connor. I think we talked about it last week. Maybe I didn't. I'm fine with it. I have no problem. I think that, in my opinion, I think the match will be better. I think that the ending is more up in the air than with Nakamura, because the WWE guy isn't coming in to lose to another guy. And in my opinion, and Fumi disagreed with me, I think that we've got to look forward. You've got to look forward to business in New Japan. Because it's not the strongest right now. I think. Yeah. Oh, what do you mean deep down? I think Fumi said it. He thinks Nakamura would have been the bigger match. And I think that's the one he wants, and that's fine. That's fine. But I just think that, you could, unless Nakamura is willing to come back at some point and lose to Suji or whomever, or maybe Takeshita's, now he's not going to lose to Takeshita. But, somebody, New Japan, 100% New Japan, then maybe I'd entertain it if I was in charge. But I just think that I think Okada, they have history at the Tokyo Dome. They're, 2-1. Okada obviously could tie it up. But like I said, I think the future, you need to think about, sometimes you don't have to think about the future with these type of retirement matches. But I think with New Japan, they have to. I think it's foolish not to. Yeah, Yuta Weiss is definitely a star in the making. I agree with you. So, yeah, I think so. I think it is the main event. Yeah, I agree. But, I mean, look. I just think, how do I put this? So let's say, whatever happened, let's say it is Nakamura, okay? And let's say Nakamura wins, okay? And then he's on WWE TV, teaming with Rey Fenix, not even a top tag team wrestler. Not even a top tag team. And they talk about how he beat the legendary Tanahashi at Tokyo Dome. What does that tell people at home? Bruce Pritchard listeners. Oh, he can't even, he beat him at Tokyo Dome. 5 stars. Yeah. I just think that, do I think Okada's going to lose? No. But he could. And it wouldn't matter. He could. So I think there's more of a question as far as the outcome of the match with Okada. And also I think it's a better match. Because, I mean, look, Nakamura, no disrespect to Nakamura. I respect everything he's accomplished. Everything he means to wrestling. One of those guys that lifted New Japan up. But, yeah, I agree with Mel. Business is business. That's just the way it is. So I have no problem with Okada and everybody. Yeah. Nakamura is a WWE guy. That's exactly right. So, yeah, I just don't have a problem with it. It's not a problem to me. So, that's kind of my feeling. So, there you go. Oh, anything else? Thank you, James. I mean, Fumi and I took, in my opinion, entirely too long talking about Nakamura versus Okada as the final opponent. He disagrees, but that's going to happen sometimes. So that's the way it goes. So I look, that wasn't going to happen. I have no problem. I think a lot of people, there are always exceptions to the rule, but I have no problem people who are retiring going out on their back. I expected, for example, Liger to go out on his back, and that crowd wasn't thrilled about it. So maybe Liger was an exception because he's a junior heavyweight. What does it matter? In Japan. So, but he went out on his back. Did I tell you I saw Liger without his mask? That's kind of crazy. Yeah, Danielson went out on a stretcher. Yeah, that's wrestling. You go out on your back, you lose. So there you go. This is the way it is. All right. Oh, anyway. So that's my thought. That's my thought on that. All right, kids. Well, guess what? I'm kind of tired. I need to take a nap. I've been tired all day. You know what happened? I took the other day. I couldn't sleep, so I took some Tylenol PM. I'm still literally hungover from it because I never take it. So yeah, that's the thing that's the other aspect of it. WWE has been trying to get into Japan, and at some point, much like with AAA, that's going to happen. So that's the other reason I wouldn't do it. It's the other reason I wouldn't do it. Yeah, most sports stars, don't get the script. They retire. So that's exactly right. Anyway, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you, Mel. Tomorrow, Power Bombshells, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. And we will see you guys then. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Try to have some fun. Yeah. Anyway, appreciate it. Anyway, yeah. Get through in the house with booking in order. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for being here. And thank you. My pleasure. And we'll talk to you all soon. All right. See you later, guys.